hang on a second. Need to put my phone in a charger. Pull up the chat. Okay. And then we'll wait for people to arrive. So, as we get started, I guess, it's, currently extremely hot in Indiana right now, and I had this to say earlier on Twitter. Oh, Danny, hey!
Hey!
Danny is here. Hello.
It's like, yeah, I don't have a gym class or anything tonight. Like, it got canceled on me. So it's like, oh, hey, I can actually hop in on one of these again.
Alright, glad to have you. Yeah, we're just waiting for people to arrive right now. And I was about to, read a tweet that I wrote today in, reference to the current weather in Indiana right now.
Ooh.
The weather outside is frightful, and the fire is in the sky. We're all gonna die. Ah!
Oh, God. It's like, yeah, temperature and shit's just that bad where you are?
Yeah, Jen too.
Ooh.
Speaking of Jen, well, first of all, hey Big Mac, what's up? Okay, so we are going to work on, Kira's redesign, as well as something that, oh, speak of Jen, she shall fear, as well as a commission that, Josh Does a Thing, commissioned me, and, I've got a scrappy lady to do, too. So, shaking things up a bit with the stream. I'm doing a commission as well as, art for our party members. In total, I have about 3 commissions right now, so pretty much all the slots except the 4th and last one is filled up. So, yeah. Thank you guys for, getting in so quickly.
Yeah, I usually...
An idea for a realistic Mad Hatter in a future Batman film. Okay, go ahead. And, sorry, Danny, what was that?
Oh, I was just saying, like, yeah, usually whenever I see that you've, like, reopened commissions, I try to send out a retweet.
Yeah, and, that's always helpful, thank you.
Yep, because you never know.
Yeah. That's... Big Mac, you say that about the Mad Hatter, but that's exactly what he is in the Arkham series. He's a pedo in that series.
Ew. Beat him up.
Yeah, and he's schizophrenic, so yeah, 2 for 2. Alright, tell you what, let's get, Allie here a bit more defined, and then, we'll go back to Kira. So, mainly I'm trying to decide which position of the fist looks better. I want to say this one. I'm gonna go with that one. I've read that he molests children in the Arkham series. Yeah, that's what a pedo does.
Yeah. Beat him up.
I would kill him, but, you know, Batman. Batman doesn't kill. No matter what, Zack Snyder tells you otherwise, Batman doesn't kill. If you see Batman killing anyone, then he's not Batman. He's just a dude in a bat costume.
Yeah. And also, Jordan, while you are doing arts, I am working on my next video I'm posting.
Oh yeah, your Blissey highlights.
Yeah.
The fact that you're able to KO people with Blissey is amazing.
I just throw egg and slap people.
Yeah, like, do you have any idea how much it hurts to get an egg in your face?
Yeah, it's like, it's all over my face. I now gotta wipe it off.
Like, oh, it's so sticky. Hang on, let me turn on the sketch layer. Sorry if you can hear the fan in the background, by the way, but I am trying to make sure I don't melt in my chair. And so far, my fan has been doing a shit job keeping me cool.
Hey man, I don't blame you.
Yeah, like, my fan right now is blowing hot air on me instead of cool air. So, whenever I get a minute, I think I will, take Jen up on her offer and, buy one of the fans that she linked me.
Yeah.
'Cause, this heat is unacceptable. I mean, I can still work with it, as you can see, but, ugh.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Brian, since I got you here, so I know we're the next time we do D&D on SNG and shit, it's gonna be for the Neopets one shot. Do I need to be making any assets for this?
I can make assets for you.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So you got that covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess like we are streaming it on SNG, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Neat.
Okay, yeah, because that's where I'm just like, wait a minute. I was just thinking, because, you know, we're also getting ready for another campaign that we're going to be doing alongside Curse of Strahd. And it's like, I know it's a month away, you know, so I've got more than enough time to be able to make assets for that. But, you know, as I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute, we got a one-shot coming up. Do I got to make anything for that?
Yeah. Honestly, right now, the only kind of complicated thing right now is Heaton hasn't given me anything involving her character yet.
Uh-oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
the sooner you can get word from her, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
'cause
yeah,
I mean,
I'm totally excited to be a player again.
Mm-hmm.
I won't get into specifics, but I decided that I was gonna play a dwarf fighter, and he's basically dwarf Optimus Prime.
Alright, and hello, Channing Zard.
Hey, Shannon Zard, welcome.
Okay, and Danny, have you watched Spy Family? No, I haven't had a chance to watch that. I'm hearing really good things about it, though.
Yeah.
It's like right now we're all kind of in the middle of trying to catch up to Demon Slayer, so...
Yeah, which we almost are, at least in terms of how far the anime has gone.
Yeah, so, so right now we're in the middle of doing that.
Yeah.
In terms of Demon Slayer right now, I just want to say I can't stop listening to the second opening theme.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is incredible. Big Mike also says, watch My Dress Up Darling. For me, no. For the others, maybe.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, it's
It's another slice of life anime.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Slice of Life. I'm so iffy on Slice of Life because I mean, there's there's some that I like, and then there's others that I'm like, oh my god, it's like it's like sitting through a fucking root canal. So I'm like,
Yeah.
that is a genre that's very hit and miss for me. So I'm admittedly a little hesitant to jump into Slice of Life.
Yeah, again, and I've already said my piece multiple times on the genre as a whole. It's I'm sure there's good slice of lives out there. Honestly, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's Nichijou. Nichijou is good. I didn't watch it all the way through because after a couple episodes I was like, I'm seeing enough. But I do like how zany it is at the very least, and it's not a typical slice of life anime. So if I were to sit down and watch something, it would be Nichijou. But that's purely because of the absurdist qualities of it. Otherwise, it's just I'm looking into real life again. It's like,
Yeah, well, admittedly, like, it's like, Jen brings up, like, Azumangadayo. Like, it is part slice of life, but it's also meant to be a comedy. And
yeah.
I usually don't mind those. Those I tend to like. So, yeah, like, I've seen Azumangadayo. Loved it. It's a classic. And it's like, Diamond is Unbreakable and JoJo. That's how you make a slice of life and put it into a freaking shonen.
Yeah,
You get the third best JoJo part.
Yeah, like honestly, I don't even look at JoJo Part 4 as a slice of life because of how differently it's written compared to slice of life anime. So I don't immediately classify it as such until you bring it up and it's like, you know what? It kind of is a slice of life, just with stands.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to keep invested with it.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, usually, like, if it's slice of life mixed with something else, I'm usually on board.
Yes.
But I've tried just watching, like, serious slice of life anime, and, like, off the top of my head, there's really only been one that I can say I actually really got into, and that was Nana. I do highly recommend Nana, especially, like, especially for you ladies out there. You want to watch a good, like, slice of life that's very much geared towards, like, female problems and shit, Nana's really good. I highly recommend that one. But I've tried watching Honey and Clover. I've tried watching, like, oh my god, we were watching that when I was in, like, my college anime club, and I am so fucking bored with it. Like, and that's supposed to be like, oh, it's about college art students. We relate to it. And I'm like, fucking kill me. I can't stand it.
Yeah. Like, we don't doubt there's good slice of life anime out there, and we have seen them. It's just with how vast the library is, it's kind of like, okay, am I going to like this or not, or am I gonna feel buy a regret or watch a regret?
Yeah, it's like watch Call Me Can't Communicate. We actually watched the first season of that because BJ wanted to show us that, but he actually recommended that we watch it subbed because apparently when they dubbed it and put it on Netflix, they were doing some wonky things, like they weren't translating a lot of, like, the written stuff, and that's, like, a good chunk of the humor is what's actually being written, and the fact that they're, like, not subtitling it or they're narrating over it. BJ's just like, he's like, oh, that kind of takes away from it and stuff, and it's like, I can kind of see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah. And just to clarify, I only saw the first episode and that was all I could stand. I related to Komi because I have social anxiety as well, but other than that, I kind of didn't really enjoy watching it.
And that's
like, I like the video game references, but honestly, it's like, okay.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, like, there's gonna be genres of anime out there that, are just not gonna jive with you, and it's like, slice of life happens to be, the one you just can't get into.
Yeah. And, like, I don't doubt it gets better the more you watch it, but some experiences are less embraceable than others for some people, you know?
I'm trying to think, have we decided, what we're gonna be watching next after, Demon Slayer?
I don't think we have.
Honestly, I know TP suggested this during the one time when he was away, but, like, I think as a means to honor Gilbert Gottfried, we should watch Smiling Friends.
Oh,
okay.
Fuck yeah. Oh, dude. I will never turn down Smiling Friends.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I cannot tell you how many times I have watched Smiling Friends because I've got because I have HBO Max and it's on HBO Max. I can't tell you how many times I've watched the Smiling Friends. I love that show.
I just know that Chills is in it, and also the shrimp guy makes me uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't tell you why. The shrimp guy just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, well, I think, again, this is also part of the beauty behind Smiling Friends. They got so many people that, like, we know from online that they got them involved in the show. Like, the shrimp character, he's voiced by the same guy that does Salad Fingers. No wonder he sounds...
Hell?
Yeah, David Firth. He voices the shrimp. That's why he sounds uncomfortable. Harry Partridge... They got him to animate and voice. Like, he practically animated, like, damn near an entire episode with them. James Rolfe had a cameo appearance, I think, in the final episode. It was just, like, a live-action screenshot, but that was it, you know. But still, he got involved in it. It's like, they've been getting a lot of people. They got the guy from, oh, God, like, the very first episode. Like, you got this guy... I'm trying to remember what the fuck character he played. The name is eluding me right now, but
Dwayne
I think he was
Rock
involved.
Johnson. I don't know.
No, but I think he was involved with like Red Letter Media. I think it was or something. But yeah, he's like another really big guy. He was a guy that did like he did like reviews. I think of like Star Wars movies.
Oh,
and
Harry
such.
Plinkett. Harry Plinkett.
Plinkett, yes, they got Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, Plinkett. He's in the first episode. He actually, he's a voice cameo in the first episode.
Okay, that's honestly, I jive with that.
Yeah, so it's like that's part of the beauty behind Smiling Friends. Is like they somehow actually managed to get a lot of like people from like early days of YouTube, from Newgrounds. You know, they grabbed like, okay, these are all the people that we've worked with in the past. And now we've got a show on TV. We want to try to bring in as much talent as we can. And it's like, good for them.
Something tells me the show is going to be very silly.
Oh, it is. It is very silly, but it's also very short too. There's only like 8 episodes. There's only like 8 episodes, and each episode's like 15 minutes long.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Easy watch.
Yeah, we could binge all of Smiling Friends in one day.
Yeah. Okay. I'm all for it then. Yeah, count me in. Oh, thank you for resubscribing, Josh. It's an Ally. It is an Ally. Hang on, let me show you what I've got done on her so far. This is her.
Okay. Did someone say Smiling Friends? Why, yes, we were talking about Smiling Friends.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Danny, recently we got CC a, something that Purple Eyes would probably be very disapproval of, but we got a cat leash.
They have those?
Yeah.
Huh. Didn't know they made leashes for cats. Then
Yeah,
again, I've never owned cats, because my dad's allergic to them, so, you know.
It's, I guess it depends on the owner and where they live, I guess. I know we don't take cats out on leashes.
Yeah. Well, the only reason we got one is because, you know, Cece has been having the urge of wanting to go outside every now and then.
Oh,
but,
she's pulling a peanut.
Yeah, but any of the times we do let her outside, it turns into a game of chase the cat.
Right.
Ah.
Yeah,
So
Peanut used to do that a lot.
Yeah, so in order to, like, make sure we can, like, always see her, like, all the time when she's outside, we got her a leash. Unfortunately, she's not used to it.
Okay, so Big Mac has a question for you, Brian.
Yeah.
It's in the Twitch chat.
Oh, how did you react when you and Azu were added into the Cloud Palace?
It was cool. I mean, I don't think I had much of a reaction. I just like, oh, cool, I got in.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure you guys are friends, right? So, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're in the palace, cool.
Yeah, dude, Danny, I heard the Renaissance men were coming to town.
Crystal, welcome. Hey.
Hey, Crystal.
Okay, so to catch you up real fast, glad you're here. We are working on Josh Does the Things character, Allie, bit of a scrappy lady, and we are working on redesigning Kira here. Have an ice cream sandwich. Oh my god, an ice cream sandwich would be a godsend right now. I mean, we do have ice cream in the freezer chest downstairs, but I've already had peanut butter and chocolate ice cream. And the ice cream, it does nothing. Yeah. Not just a sword, a saber. A silvered saber at that. Already looks good and it's just the line art. Thanks. Okay. Time to replicate what I did on that foot and put it on this foot. I think there's a reason why I tend to stick to fantasy or sci-fi characters when it comes to like certain fashion trends, because like, have you seen all the complicated designs on shoes? Like, holy shit. It's like, what are all these seams for? I mean, besides holding the shoe together, but... I would share, but everyone is in different parts of the world. Yeah. Although something tells me I'm gonna make it harder on myself because I did order a torta before the stream started. I got an asada one. Like, they're really tasty, but what if the spice actually has an adverse effect and makes me even hotter because of all the spices put into it? I don't think it... I'm pretty sure it doesn't work like that, but, you know.
Yeah? Okay. And I'm being called down to dinner.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll be back soon.
Alright.
I'll just put myself on mute in the meantime, and then I'll hop back in.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Everyone commissioned Jordan again so he can afford an AC unit so he doesn't okay, again, I already have like 3 slots filled in right now, so I just need the one and we'll be good. I was also playing Luigi's Mansion, but I had to put it down to watch the house. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, it's like, can't get it out of my head. And I think I would play it on the stream, but pretty sure it's not DMCA friendly, so.
Yeah.
Thanks, copyright laws. Can't even share music without getting barked at. It's like, I get it. You gotta pay the musicians for all their work, but even musicians like to bootleg their albums sometimes because of how bullshit and how tight the laws are. Like KK Slider does it. So I see a huge problem here. Okay. Next up, her head. I will say this. Luigi's Mansion on 3DS is weird due to the fact that I played the GameCube version more. Yeah. I'm a god, you are trash. Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Tanjiro crumble to stone. Let's take another look at Ali's face here. Okay, so there's a bit of a...
What exactly are you the god of?
It's like... I like how Tanjiro asked for clarification. He's such a good boy.
Yeah. Zenitsu's like, please tell me you're not serious.
I don't like it because I don't like Zenitsu. What? I don't like him. Would you rather I lie? Hey Jordan, why do you hate Zenitsu so much? Because he reminds me of me, only way more of a simp, and he needs to stop existing.
Tier 3 sub!
Whatever. I don't like him, and that's that. Like, I would like him more if he can do all the amazing shit when he's awake. But Jordan, don't you get it? It's part of his development. What development?! Okay, I will be fair on him for this. In Season 2, he is getting a modicum better, but he's still a simp.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, what development? I was actually glaring at you. Like, we were just watching it.
Again, you do realize I say some shit just to meme, right? Like, fuck you, I'm not that petty.
It's like, come on, Jordan, we were literally just watching it yesterday.
we were, to be fair. We were. But, like, if you think I was actually being serious, clearly you haven't been on my channel long enough. Welcome. I still need to catch up. Yeah, don't worry. We won't spoil anything.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait a minute. I just realized. Are all the Demon Slayer episodes recent?
Yes.
How recent?
I want to say Season 2 was last year?
Holy shit! I didn't even know that going in. I thought it was like 2 years at most, but...
Yeah, Season 2 of Demon Slayer started Sunday, 5th December 2021, so yeah, last year.
Oh shit, we're catching up pretty nicely. Okay.
Yeah. And you know what? Just in time for Season 3's announcement.
Holy shit! That was good timing!
Yeah. And you'll get to see your wife.
Yeah, Mitsuri.
Yep.
I too must catch up. Yay. Just making sure I'm getting all the details right. Alright. So I will have to make her irises a bit bigger. Oh. Hang on just a moment, chat. Like, fix this eye, too. There we go. Oh shit, my food's arriving soon. Yeah, Uzui is, very obviously, Jen's husbando. Mitsuri is my wife.
Yeah.
Uzui is the best husbando. I'm sure he is. And I do like him a lot as a character. Like he's fun. I like him.
Yeah. He constantly keeps punking Zenitsu.
Because Zenitsu fucking deserves it. So I also like him for that reason. Like he knows how to shut up the incel. How do you guys feel about people calling Uzui being married to 3O's misogynistic? That's flat out wrong. They've never heard of polyamory before, clearly.
Yes, see, they'd have a point if it weren't for the fact that Uzui loves and respects all of his wives.
Yeah, like, so there's no issue here. Like, the thing about polyamory is you love all your wives equally. Well, all your spouses, I should say.
Man's literally looked at his wives and said, hey, in a life or death situation, you save your own lives before mine.
Yeah, that's what a good spouse does. And he also encourages them to live their own lives.
Yep.
It's like, you're not bound to me. As long as you get home, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's relationship goals right there. Not that I'm sane enough to be in one, but if I was, I want to live up to Uzui standards.
Yeah.
Big Mac, what are you talking about? Isn't polyamory and polygamy the same thing? He was willing to do anything to get his wives back when they went missing too. Yeah, exactly. I got to see Doctor Strange 2 yesterday. Awesome. How was it? No spoilers, of course. I did also listen to the main theme of Doctor Strange 2, and it is by Danny Elfman, and yes, it is glorious.
In short, polyamory is the act of having intimate relationships with more than one person at the same time. A polyamorous person might have or might be open to having multiple romantic partners. Polygamy, on the other hand, involves being married to multiple partners. So, okay, so
I got owned. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, polygamy is like, okay, the one person is married to all three, but to all the rest of them, like, within the relationship. Whereas polyamory is, okay, so you have two other that are married, but you might have two other people who are married to other people, and they just consent to the relationship.
Okay. Okay, Big Mac, I'm sorry. I just thought you were being pedantic. So that's on me. China censored Uzui's wives' clothes. Their clothes are fucking fine! Like, boobs exist. Live with it. And, actually, I will be right back. So, Brian, if you could, keep the chat company while I BRB. So let me, zoom out, see what we got. I just need to give, Ali her eyelashes, and then, we'll move on, to Kira.
Okay.
And I will make sure to unmute my microphone this time.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it is all about consent. Exactly. And I am supposed to be on BRB, but I will say this. Some liberals are agreeing with the censorship. I'm a liberal, but that doesn't mean anything when it comes to, like, polygamous relationships. Like, being in a polygamous relationship that makes you happy isn't misogynistic. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Some liberals are agreeing with the censorship. Well, it's okay for them to be wrong, I guess. Hey, I want to apologize because one of my friends and I were playing Smash Brothers and kept beating me as I was playing his Palutena. Well, you just call him a cheater. His Palutena doesn't lose. Plus, it didn't help that he kept spamming some of the magic at me. Well, I feel like at that point, I feel like you need to focus more on shielding when they start doing that, because typically when people like try to zone you like that with like projectiles, whether it be magic or whatnot, going on the defensive with shielding is actually the best way to deal with that, because it allows a safer means of being able to approach. So, like, in the middle, like, while you're trying to approach them and they're throwing projectiles at you, like, just occasionally, like, have your button ready to shield so you can block and then keep continuing with your pursuit. We have 2 months left till Klonoa is released, right? Yes, we do. I remember one time I parried Warriors down B. I was like, how did I do that? You parried. You said, boy, try it. He tried it. And then you just said, nope. God damn, this one YouTube to MP4 website, I swear to God, doesn't fucking work.
This streamer's on fire!
Why is he on fire?
Because his area is burning under the sun right now.
Oh. That would do it.
Torta was good. And, so were the, fried beans. I actually really liked them this time. But a quick question for anyone who's eaten more, refried beans more than I have. Are you supposed to put salt on them? Because I think that's when I started to enjoy them a little bit more. Like, is it sacrilegious to put salt on refried beans? Oh, this is the eyelash layer. Got it. I was like, wait, where'd this come from? Alright. Speaking of, reminder to everyone, eShop on Wii U and 3DS is no longer letting anyone use credit cards to add funds on May 23rd. Which is really stupid. Why did they do that?
Because Nintendo hate fun.
You know, it seems like a lot of the executives over in Nintendo Japan are, like, getting in their own way when it comes to basic business practices, because if you fight your fans publicly, then you're turning away potential customers, you know? It's like, on the one hand, you're well within your rights to protect your intellectual property. On the other hand, the whole AM2R business doesn't really paint you in a good light.
Okay, but what if we remade Mom?
Okay. Is that supposed to make us feel better?
Yes.
That's how it works, right?
That's how it always works.
Me sitting here comfortably in my AC unit. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. And let's fill in her pupils. However, if you have a Nintendo ID account that's connected to Wii U, 3DS, and Switch, you can still add funds on your Switch, and that money can transfer to the Wii U and 3DS. Ah, so there's a loophole. Pretty dumb loophole, but, you know, if Game Freak can, like, make, like, a 5-step solution to a 2-step problem, then so can Nintendo, I guess.
I mean, where do you think Game Freak gets it from?
No wonder Game Freak's so far up in their own ass. They've been with Nintendo for too long.
And I have returned from Dindins.
Ah,
Yay.
welcome back. Danny, I did the same thing. So, the torta was good. But I am still melting. What did you have?
Oh, we had, like, oh, what you call it? It was like, I think it's called, like, kielbasa or something. It's like it's like basically a big fucking hot dog.
A kielbasa, okay.
Yeah, it's like a big fucking hot dog, some green beans, some pastaroni thing.
I never, yeah, did you say hot dogs? Did you?
Yeah, giant. It's a big fucking hot dog.
Oh, I would like to make that. Yeah, I never had a kielbasa before.
Yeah, like
Okay, so we've got a lot done in Allie's line art here. Now she just needs to be colored in. Oh, and I also need to give a simple background, but I think I have a pretty good idea of what that is. Save this, and then we will go to Kira.
okay.
By the way, Crystal, have you been able to catch up with the later half of the Last Curse of Strahd stream? Because a lot has happened, and I really don't want to spoil it for you. Oh wow!
Yeah, I just linked you to kielbasa. It's like it's like a cross between like a hot dog and a sausage.
Two of my favorite foods. It's Polish. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, hey, Mr. Maniac crawls out of the cartridge slot of an N64. Hello, my friends. Hey, I have an N64. Nintendo 64! Now I'm thinking of that remix video. Nintendo 64! I was trying to get back to it due to the blackout. Yeah. Yeah, by all means, you have more than enough time to catch up to it, considering what's going to happen next month for me. And the fact that we're running a one-shot, the Saturday following this one. So, yeah. please take your time and don't let anyone spoil it for you. A lot has definitely happened. Okay, I just want to remind myself. Okay, so Kira has almond-shaped eyes. No, it's okay. Oh, there was another blackout yesterday. Oh, man. How y'all doing? I was just playing the Acid Trip, a video game that is Rivals of Ether with workshop mods. Did you use that Luigi mod again? Knowing you probably did. Luigi Ultra Instinct, yeah. I believe the changing of the weather's temperatures is affecting everyone's power. I can only guess it's affected our AC unit because it's like ours is flat out not working. Like the house is laden with fans right now. Didn't help that this week is finals week, so I was in trouble. Yeah. Hopefully, you got it fixed enough to the point where you can work, Crystal. You know what sucks about line art sometimes? That where you nail a smile in the sketch phase, you need to basically redo it in the line art phase. It's like, come on, I got it so right the first time. Today, on things I never thought I'd see in a video game, Pepsi Man beating the shit out of Shovel Knight on Scott the Waz's desk. Huh? You know what we can blame it on? Fireball! Yes, indeed. You can blame it on me, the wizard. As it happens, XP to level 3, did post a video yesterday about, his second iteration of trying not to laugh at D&D memes. Because he thinks that they're all the same and boring, which automatically makes him, Jen's enemy. Because she loves D&D memes.
Right.
That happened to me when I drew female Robin from Fire Emblem Awakening. Oh, you got a power outage? Oh, fuck. Let's see.
Oh my god.
What happened?
Okay. Oh god, this is... Wow, this is so fucking dumb. Okay.
What is it?
Okay. So, apparently, I just saw this on Twitter, and I had to verify this by lurking on the fucking kiwi farms. Okay. How many of you are familiar with Baked Alaska?
Baked Alaska?
Okay, so Baked Alaska, so he was a YouTube personality and shit. So, he was really big on YouTube for a while. However, he was involved in the storming of the Capitol.
Uh-huh.
Like streamed it and shit.
Oh,
so
no.
he was,
Oh, that one. Oh, fuck.
yeah, so he, so today, apparently, from what I'm reading is correct, the plan is that he was going to take a plea deal. So he was going to plead, guilty, for a lighter sentence. That's usually what it means when you take a plea deal. So it's like, okay, whatever, apparently they go, I don't know, not necessarily trial, but, you go in front of the judge, and that's where you say, okay, how do you plead? Baked Alaska was supposed to plead guilty for the plea deal. What does he do? Plead innocent!
What
Dumbass.
the actual fuck?
He botched the plea deal, so now he's going to fucking trial over felony charges. You stupid fuck!
Yeah, and he did it to himself, apparently!
That's like, oh my god, how?
Yeah, way to incriminate yourself, you asshole!
That is so fucking stupid!
It's like, thank you for doing the right thing and fucking up, but... if you...
That is a level of stupid, like... I shouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, it's like, how can you be this dumb? Like, there's evidence! You streamed the fucking evidence! And you plead innocent instead of taking the fucking plea deal! You dumb fuck!
Yeah, it's like, when there's evidence right in front of you, and better yet, you're the one who, provided the evidence just by, filming it in the first place, you have no room to lie.
I know! It's like, oh my, I was like...
Yeah, it's exactly what's happening with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp right now, you know?
Oh my god, talk about a shit show with that trial!
Like, just say Johnny's innocent and be fucking done with it. Amber Heard's a psychopath. Get her out of every movie ever.
Oh my god. It's not even just that. It's just the stupid shit that the lawyers are saying. Like, one lawyer asks a question and then objects to his own question. Like,
not to mention, one DA, the DA tried to ask Johnny Depp's, psychologist, of all people, about the muffins, and she wouldn't let it fucking go. It's just...
I mean,
really?
It's so borderline stupid.
Yeah, it's like, you're trying to shit on a person who, devotes their life to studying, the human brain and how to treat it from, like, things such as depression, anxiety, and trauma, and you think it's gonna fly?
It's like, yeah, what Ace Attorney bullshit is this? It's like, Ace Attorney we can actually take seriously. It's like, it's like, oh my god, the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial has become such a fucking shit show. That's where it's like...
Because it is! That's exactly what it is.
I mean, it's like, don't get me wrong, it's like, yeah, the whole, the charges that Amber was trying to put against him and stuff was absolutely stupid. I mean, I absolutely am on Johnny's side on this one, but...
I think most of the world is.
But oh my god, the lawyers!
The lawyers are fucking stupid.
This is like, it's like, it almost reminds me of, oh my god, like, there was like a animatic or something that somebody made where the guys that do Rick and Morty, and they were reading a transcript before, yeah. And they were reading a transcript of like this like back and forth between like a judge and like a criminal, and it's like the back and forth was so batshit insane. And I mean, it was hilarious, but I'm like, oh my god, it's practically like this, only it's with the fucking lawyers. So it's just like, what the fuck is happening to our court system that is allowed?
I'll tell you, money.
It's so fucking crazy.
It's like, just because you get paid well, that suddenly makes you the peer of history's greatest judges. You're a joke. Like...
Yeah, so that's where it's like...
Just let Johnny go and let him live his life again. You're belaboring the point.
Honestly, one of my favorite bits through that trial is how, like, majority of the time when Johnny Depp tries to say something, Amber Heard's lawyer tries to be like, objection, objection, relevance. And Johnny just got to the point where after like a couple, because like he knows what they're trying to do. They're trying to make him mad so that it incriminates him.
Yeah,
but
it's a strategy.
he caught on to it. So like every time he finishes a sentence, he's just waiting for the guy to say objection.
Yeah, it's like he's expecting it at this point, and he's like, nothing. Okay, moving on.
Man is literally real life Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Really?
Which,
know,
by all means, is a testament to... Well, not only that, but he's also... He is a real fucking sweetheart. Like, remember, this guy, back when he was Jack Sparrow, would often go to kids' hospitals and spend time with the kids just because he wanted to. Like, no reason, no monetary gain, he just wanted to go see them and make them feel better. Like, that is a man. And on top of him being a really good musician, he's also a fantastic man. Like, even one of his kids who he divorced, who he's long divorces one of his wives with, sees him in a very good light too. Like, even his exes see him as a good man. It's like, you have literally nothing going for you, Amber. Because even when you get cut out of Johnny's life for whatever reason, he's still thinking of you. And I'm sorry, chat. We've been glazing over you. Money's the best lawyer, at least in hell, from my Evilist Chronicle story. Take Ace Attorney serious. I disagree with you there, Danny, not gonna lie, and at this point, this shit seems like an Ace Attorney case. I mean, okay. I'm pretty sure Ace Attorney is a modicum more serious than what's going on in our world right now.
Yeah. I mean, Ace Attorney is where we got the phrase, you're not a clown, you're the entire circus.
Mm-hmm. Which is a damn good line, even out of context.
Yeah, thanks, Edgeworth.
Thanks, Edgeworth. It's like, if I had the attention span to play games like Ace Attorney, I would probably get more of a feel for how good the games are, but...
Yeah, it's like, I know I played the first Ace Attorney game, like, all the way through. I started the second one, and then it's like, oh god, I don't even remember how far I got into it before I ended up, like, putting it down to play something else, and I just never went back to it. And it's like, then it's like the next thing I know, oh my god, there's so many games now, so it's like, oh, good luck trying to play catch up.
I know in one game, apparently, it takes place in the future, and, Phoenix Wright has actually became basically Peter B. Parker from Spider-Verse. He became a washout.
Yeah, I think that's the game that introduces Apollo Justice.
Yeah, Apollo Justice and a girl named Athena.
Yeah, Athena, and we're also introduced to Trucy Wright.
Yeah. So it's like, what happened to Phoenix that basically made him be Peter B. Parker? And did he cry in the shower? while saying, I handled it like a champion. Okay. It's like, just put Amber in jail, please. She's the reason real women who are really abused are being accused of faking it. Also, didn't Amber also abuse someone too and said they had to drop the case or something? I heard something about another case with Amber, but I can't remember.
I do not remember hearing about that, but would not surprise me in the slightest, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like,
because I mean, because don't get me wrong, Johnny Depp does have his demons. He is a because he is a drug user and shit. But the biggest difference is that even when he was going on like his like drug tirades and shit, he never picked his hands up to anybody.
Exactly.
Like the most I think he did, like, I mean, would he hit like doors and walls and shit? Sure, but I think the point is that he never directed that to anybody.
Anyone. Yeah, because that's not who he is.
Right, and that's the big takeaway is that, you know, it's like, again, you know, he's got his demons, he's done shit, you know, because of like drugs and alcohol and shit. Sure. Was he doing the shit that Amber was doing? No. And he sure as fuck wasn't doing anything like, I love, like, you know, where he, like, recorded her literally saying, you know, go on ahead and tell the world, you know, no one's gonna believe you because you're a man. It's like...
Yeah, Amber said it to his fucking face.
Yeah, so it's like, you don't see him saying shit like that. That's where it's just like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, for me personally, like, I know, like, I kind of felt a little vindicated. Because I know for a while, I've, like, even when, like, you had, like, the Me Too movement was kicking off and shit, and it's like, you know, good intentions, ended up getting co-opted by the wrong fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was where you had the whole, you know, whenever somebody steps forth with allegations, automatically believe them. No!
That's not how it works.
I never subscribed to that, you know, because it's like, well, what if somebody was lying? And, you know, they're just saying this to mess with somebody and to get what they want. And sure enough, here's a textbook fucking case of, you know, yeah. You don't ever automatically believe somebody when they make allegations, no matter how serious they may be. Listen, absolutely. If someone does make a serious allegation, listen to what they have to say, but then let's then direct it to the proper people that can investigate this fucking thing. You know, they've got the time and the resources to actually look into this and see, is it legit and can we take this to the next level? Don't automatically go to the fucking Twitter mob.
Yeah, exactly. Not to mention...
Yeah, so that's where it's like... so it's like, I've never subscribed to that mentality. So to see, you know, Amber Heard, who pretty much co-opted the fucking Me Too movement to use it to her fucking advantage, and now she's been fucking caught, it's like, I feel fucking vindicated right now.
And you should be. And not to mention, in the actual court hearings, whenever Amber is on the podium, you know, giving her, stories, if you know anything basic about acting, you can tell that she's faking pretty much all her expressions. Also, her next mistake, along with all the fucking hacks that she hired to defend her, Johnny Depp's psychologist is really damn good at her job and basically laid out everything Amber did in the court to her face.
And she just waved it off.
And again, not to mention, I think, I might have misinterpreted this, but I did read another update, which basically said Johnny Depp's psychiatrist essentially diagnosed Amber with some sort of complex.
Yeah, like narcissistic personality disorder or something like that.
I'm not sure if that was the exact wording, but I can definitely see it. She's a narcissist.
Yeah, those are the exact words.
Okay. Hey, she's the Riddler!
Welp. She was in the wrong DC movie this whole time.
Then
she'd be in the wrong one.
Yeah, but that's where it's like, oh my god, this trial has become such a shit show that it's like, at this point, it's just like, I think everybody at this point is just like, just grab the popcorn and watch the fireworks, because it's like...
I just feel bad for Johnny.
I mean, yeah, it feels bad, but at the same time, this is so batshit insane lunacy and stuff. I mean, it's like, this is better than anything on Netflix right now. So it's like, just take some popcorn and fucking enjoy, you know? That's where it's like, when Baked Alaska eventually goes to trial, grab the popcorn. When Chris Chan goes on trial, grab the fucking popcorn by the boatload, because that trial's gonna be a shit show to remember.
I would honestly like to forget that Chris Chan ever existed, to be honest.
That it ain't gonna happen. So, but it's
I
just
will
like
make a conscious effort to forget because it's like
yeah, but man,
no one can be that stupid.
But man, when that inevitably goes to trial, that's like, okay, grab the popcorn, grab the soda, go grab all the candy that you can possibly eat,
Fire
grab
up the bat signal.
just sit back and watch the fireworks, because that is gonna be like the O.J. Simpson trial of the internet. Like everyone is gonna be watching that trial. Yeah, pull up the lawn chairs. Exactly. Yeah, pull up the lawn chairs.
Pull up the lawn chairs.
Yeah, pull that up for the Chris Chan trial, which
is looking a little big.
Which I don't think we have a date for it yet. They keep pushing it off.
Probably because they don't want to deal with it.
I honestly don't know why. Well, actually, there was a point where, he got moved to another facility very briefly. So, but nobody, like not even the fucking people on Kiwi Farms can verify where the fuck they took Chris. But people assume maybe to like a mental institution for like an evaluation. Probably like a place to be able to do a proper evaluation.
Yeah,
not in prison. But yeah, Chris was there for they were there for a while. But I think recently Chris got transferred back. So yeah, they're back in the prison cell still waiting for trial. But they've been pushing it off, again and again and again, but it's like eventually they're gonna run out of, okay, how many continuances? They're gonna eventually run out of them. So I mean, Chris will have their day in court.
Yeah. Okay, so Jen, quick question. I keep looking back at Kira's boots. Do you want them just basically like regular heels, or do you want them raised like her previous design? Because I did sort of give her some basic boots, so I want to hear your thoughts. What's the biggest bag of chips you have? I'll take 8.
Give me all the tortilla. Give me the tortilla chips and the mango salsa.
Raised like your previous design. Okay. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, it's just I feel bad for Johnny. Just let him go home and let him return to acting where he belongs. And since I know Amber isn't going to jail after the trial, I hope that she gets shunned for the rest of her life.
I hope the house she moves into, the entire carpet is made of Lego.
I hope every bed has been shit in, to reference how she actually legitimately shat in Johnny Depp's bed. Yes, she did that, and tried to blame it on the dog.
You fucking bitch. You don't blame that on the dog.
It's like...
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you mentally all right in the head? There's better ways to incriminate your ex, Amber, and you think you immediately thought of shitting the bed? Like literally shitting the bed? Not figuratively? Everything is wrong with you. And this is why some people just shouldn't be famous.
Danny, can we throw Iggy at her?
You get dog fart in the face.
Okay, honestly, she definitely deserves that. She needs a dog fart in the face.
Yep. Anyone calls me Scooby, I'll put a do in your shoe.
Okay. The only payment she's gonna get is on the street corner.
Damn.
Nice. If I could high five you right now, Jen, I would. You know what? Hang on. I have an idea. Okay, Jen, high five. High five. Are you high-fiving the screen?
Like, what's that? Amber Heard? Not anymore.
High five. Okay, awesome. Amber Heard? Never heard of her.
It's like, not anymore.
Noah? I barely know her. I don't know. Admittedly, I was thinking of Melia's future connected design with the I don't know the type of fabric it is, but it's basically grayish see-through mesh that you can see parts of someone's body, usually in the chest area. They're not fishnets. Bitch should just go back to fucking Stone Age and hit her head against a rock. Wanna know why? Because she's a fucking yabba dabba dipshit. Yeah, Amber is like the second woman in media that I just do not like at all. Satin? Is that right, Danny? You're a lady. Is that accurate?
Hey, hold on, what was the question?
In regards to hang on, let me highlight in red. The chest area for Kira, I was thinking of Melia's future connected design. You know, in her chest area, she has a fabric like that too, where it's a mesh, but it's grayed out so you can see a little bit of her chest.
Kind of like a lace?
I guess? Danny, you have cheesecake. Can you confirm? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, what did we refer to cheesecake as again?
Cheesecake is fan service.
Yeah. So, what, you have fan service? It's like, I'm pretty sure that's called her body, Mr. Maniac. It's like, yes, I have a vessel of flesh that my nerves and brain pilot to go about its daily routines. And it fires off chemicals in order to respond to various stimuli. Will you fight or will you perish like a dog? I don't know.
Guys, I just want to make a reminder. Giving me editing software was a fucking mistake.
Like, I wish I knew how to edit half as well as you can, because like the screen shaking thingy that you do, I don't know how to do that.
Honestly, that's all keying.
Keying, okay.
Yeah, like that's all, like, that is all just like keyframes. Like, I do a lot, like, okay, there is like an effect that you can like just drag and drop on that gives like a little light shake. But some of the more intense ones where I make the screen shake for like a, you know, haha, comedy.
Yeah.
I do that manually.
Okay. Like, you can tell that motion graphics was not my forte when I was still, you know, doing animation in college.
Yeah, well, animation wasn't just the only thing I did. I was digital multimedia in general.
Yeah. So Josh, you missed us taking a shit on Amber Heard, and Danny was also going on about Baked Alaska's impending trial, and Chris Chan's you know, as of yet indeterminate trial.
Yeah.
Basically, we were going over shitty people and laughing at them.
It's like I'm just waiting for a date. That's like we know that trial's gonna be a shit show. We know it's gonna happen. You know, nothing. It's like everything Chris touches becomes garbage. That the trial will be included. So it's like when that day comes, like I said, just grab all the popcorn, grab all the snacks, grab your lawn chairs, and just watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
Like, don't even try to take that trial seriously, because you know it's not gonna happen.
No. Like, I am taking a huge risk, you know, going full freelance as I am now, and I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. But I hope I never, like, fall so low that I do something as shitty as fuck my own mother. It's like, I'm a shitty person, but I'm not that shitty. Like, I never tried to, you know, do that to anyone, you know?
I was like, yeah, well, Jordan, you're not insane.
I'm not? No. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like, no. Chris Chan is off. I know we legally probably can't say certifiably insane, but let's be frank here. Chris is fucking insane.
They certainly act like it, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, before the motherfucking, you had, like, you know, you had the dimensional merge bullshit going on. You know, Chris now believes that they're the reincarnation of Jesus Christ, and Null of the Kiwi Farms is Judas. So it's just like...
I got it.
Even the music can't handle this.
Yeah, even the music can't... It's like, screw this, I'm out of here.
Yeah, so it's like, you have that, you have the dimensional merge, you've got believing that Quickville is very much a real place, you know, and then there's all the shit that was going on with the trolls, and how the trolls were fucking with their heads, so... Yeah, so this is beyond, you know, I am a highly functioning autistic. No, this is beyond that. I don't even think autism has anything to do with it anymore.
No.
As an autistic myself, I can definitely confirm no.
Yeah, it's just it is now insanity.
Mm-hmm. Flat out insanity.
By the way, I'm going to post in memes what the current timeline for my Blissey video looks like.
Sure.
Oh God.
Let's see, and I think I'll share it with the chat too. Whoa! Yeah, okay. I'm sharing this with the stream. Hang on.
So many layers.
Layers.
Making you proud, Maxor.
Oh God, you ran into them at BronyCon, and okay, yeah.
Why so many layers?
Because I need it for the memes.
That's true, but holy shit. Okay, hang on. I almost got it. Also, I know that it's easy to call Chris Chan a piece of shit because they are, but I think it's better not to sink to their level by misgendering them, even if they did reassign their gender specifically to do shitty things.
Yep.
Hang on.
It's like I try to remember at least to use the gender neutral pronouns, at least for Chris, but you know, I will admit, you know, the male pronouns tend to slip out pretty often. They tend to slip out pretty often. Yeah, I really think it's more so force of habit.
But yeah, like, you're not Chris Chan, do not become them, you know?
Yeah. Man, look at that timeline.
Yep, this is what Brian's working with.
Like, you have 4 video layers. You have 5 audio layers.
She 5 video layers. It's just one of them got cut off.
But yeah.
Why do you need that many layers?
I need to pile stuff
because
up.
ogres have layers.
Some of the stuff I do, it requires me to have stuff on different layers.
It's like you could make so many onion dishes with that many layers. Wait a minute, using onion layers for cooking, is that even a thing?
I don't know.
I know you can candy orange peels, but what about onion peels? I'm pretty sure that's, you're just eating skin.
Yeah, you pickle.
Oh, pickled onion skins?
Pickle onions.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's fair. I never had a pickled onion.
Yeah, like usually when I do whenever we grow vegetables like in the summertime, we usually go for cucumbers, and one of the things I like to do is pickle them. Okay. And it's like I use like a 24-hour pickle brine from Alton Brown, because usually if you really want to go into like hardcore pickling, you have to like maintain a brine for like months, and you let them sit for months. But this recipe that I got from Alton Brown,
it's like, before you do, Stradbot. Okay, Danny, let's see if we're still in sync enough to do this. Okay, be gone, bots.
There we go.
Still got it. Didn't bring pizza, get that out of there. Yeah, exactly. It didn't bring pizza. It wasted money on trying to bot me. But what it fails to realize is I am not an idiot. I may have trouble with basic arithmetic, but I'm not stupid.
Okay. But anyway, back to pickling.
Yeah, pickling.
So Alton Brown has a recipe that it's a quick pickle brine, and you pretty much you can pickle them like, within 24 hours. They're good. They're best if you let them sit for about 3 days. But it's like I cut up the cucumbers, I add crushed garlic, I throw in onion slices. So I mean, it's like I throw a couple of other things in there besides just cucumber slices for pickling. Right. Yeah, so yeah, you can absolutely pickle onions. I mean, I technically do that when I make my pickles.
Yeah, definitely. I guess it's also just one of those things that you tend not to think about, because it's very easy to take certain things for granted, especially if you've eaten one variety of them for, most of your life.
Right. Well, that's like when I go and do pickling, because right now in our backyard, our garden is actually full of garlic.
Oh.
So we're actually waiting like a couple of more weeks for garlic to come out of the ground before we can put anything else in there.
Yeah. So Jen, you have a hiding place.
But yeah, we grow elephant garlic, so we get like massive cloves and shit, and it's like, ooh, if I can use one of my homegrown elephant garlic for pickling, good shit. Yeah, but it's like all things considered, if you ever want to like dip your toes into gardening, like, because I know like a lot of people say like, if you want to start with like tomatoes or herbs or something. It's like, I'm telling you, garlic, it's a bulb. You literally put it in the ground like in the fall. You let it grow. It literally goes on pause all throughout the winter. And then come springtime, it starts to grow again. It's like, it's so low maintenance.
Yeah, like, honestly, if I were to get into gardening, which probably won't be for at least 30 years or so, maybe 40, that would definitely be where I'd start in that case. Because, yeah, again, with the low maintenance thing in mind,
Yeah, I absolutely recommend growing your own garlic.
Yeah, it's like, put it in the ground and forget about it for a bit.
Exactly, because it's so easy.
Yes, I will hide in Danny's pantry. No, hide in the garlic garden.
Yeah, because it's like, because usually we grow garlic, we do tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini, and maybe like some like banana peppers. I think this year we want to try some other things, like I think we were maybe looking like trying like to grow some beans. Because apparently like if you grow beans, growing beans is actually really good for the soil. Apparently, like if you go to grow like green beans or something, apparently it adds like nitrogen back into the soil. So it's like it's kind of like a double win right there. Like you get the green beans, but at the same time, it's actually putting nutrients back into the soil naturally. That's just how they are.
Okay.
So I was like, Like I've been doing research on like different kinds of beans.
Okay. Honestly, SGB ruined beans for me purely because how they, emphasize the bee in Big Bomb Bag. Beans.
See, the funny thing, and I know Brian gets this joke, but it's like beans. My first thought is Berserk 2016.
Oh yeah, the how they animated the blood, quote unquote animated.
Yeah, the quote unquote animated blood that just comes out. It just looks like people are just filled with red kidney beans. So that's where like Brian and I were just saying that's why Guts is doing everything and just killing everybody. He's really, really hungry.
I hear adding ground coffee beans into your soil adds a lot of nutrition back into the soil. Huh.
Yeah. It's like, fun fact, if you ever try to grow, tomatoes, throw some eggshell into there. If you throw, like, I think it's like, yeah, it's like the calcium and the protein shit that normally comes in, eggshells. You throw the eggshell, like, at the bottom where you go to put the, plant. That actually helps prevent, tomato blight.
Ah. Okay, so I'm gonna fiddle with Kira's saber for a sec because I think I made it a touch too short. Which she did tell me that she's gonna try and use the saber in the situation where she runs out of spell slots, which, for the warlock part it makes sense, but, for the sorcerer part, I don't know. Pretty sure she would still have a few more spell slots left over.
You never know in this campaign.
Yeah.
Weird shit has happened.
Yeah, honestly, compared to the Abode, it seems, I'm assuming rightly or wrongly, I've been keeping you guys on your toes for most of it.
I'd say you have been.
Which does make sense because, a lesser-known fact about Curse of Strahd is that it is a mystery story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gothic horror and dark fantasy, but it's also a mystery because it's like, what the fuck happened to Strahd that made him the way he is?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, we're about to go Sly Cooper up in Curse of Strahd, so
yeah,
it's like...
complete with music.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I haven't made a stealth playlist yet. This is the perfect opportunity. And you guys are going on a heist the next session.
Yeah, that's where it's like, yeah, stealth playlist, just play the Sly Cooper OSTs.
Yeah, it's like, there's no other alternative. I mean, okay, there is the Batman Arkham series, but I'm pretty sure they're not DMCA friendly.
Yeah, that's also part of the problem.
Play Snake Eater. You know what? I'll see what I can do for the Metal Gear stuff.
It's like play Persona 5.
Yeah. Also, it was another good thing we brought in Axis because something in the Burgomaster's mansion is really messing with Ricky's body to the point where he can't physically go upstairs.
Yeah.
So having another rogue is a good idea. Of course, if the plan goes smoothly, then he won't be alone up there. Since Mimi is gonna get, like, tossed up into the master bedroom. Okay, just making sure... Alright.
Maniacs.
Yeah,
Okay, Maniac says, little update. Lots of progress has been done for my new recording room. Walls painted, floor refloored, desk has entered the premises.
That's good to hear, Maniac. Kieran has a way of getting that bone boy into the mansion. Yeah. And again, you guys have a hand-drawn map, so if you want to add any plans to it, you definitely can.
Mm-hmm.
Let me add some detailing to the other foot. There we go. And then...
Yeah, that's like, I think it's like in the side RP chat that we have in our thing. Like, I wrote down for Ark that he's like, oh, I've never done a heist before. This sounds like fun. I'm gonna probably be outside the whole time, so I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah. Aww. Poor baby.
Well, yeah, because he has to play distraction. So he's just like, I want to see the heist.
I want to see the shenanigans.
I don't know if everyone else has caught on to the potential running gag, but I like the idea that no one in the party can agree what the operation's name is. Like, it's gonna have so many names. Like, I think something you guys should definitely try is, like, if you break before you go to the party, you all, like, do, you know, the typical hand thing and then raising it up, and then you all say the name of the operation, but you're only saying your particular name, so no one can say the right thing. Yeah. It depends if you guys want to go through with it, but yeah. Now at this point, just some shelves, some extra things, and of course the computer, and bada boom, bada bing, I'm in business. Awesome. Okay. Okay, let's save the main file for Kira. And I think at this point, I'm gonna go back to Allie, get her colored in, and considering she has a simpler design than Kira, I say we end things off with her. So let's get her colored in, guys, shall we? But yeah, Kira's design is really coming along nicely, though. So what's gonna happen, Jen, is come next session, I'll change your icon for it. So you can use that to your effect. Although I do know that you are going, you're planning to wear the white dress that you commissioned me you a while back for the main mission, but yeah. And you know, considering that Sergey and Kira are in separate files, you can just mainly the only thing you need to change is Kira, Danny. Like, Copper is the exact same. Because, you know, he's a spectral dog spirit. You know, I haven't done this in a while. Make individual hair strands. I didn't say it's been a while, so don't worry, chat. Well, now I did. Fuck. It's been a while.
I was gonna say, what are you gonna do about it, huh?
Kira's getting purple now. Yes. Kira, this is Golden Eagle. Do you read me, wizard? I hear you loud and clear, Copper Eagle. It's Golden Eagle, Lizard. By the way, this heist. Vargas will never see it coming. I kind of ruined that song for myself because I crashed BJ's stream while singing that for some reason. Like, I was trying to be funny, but clearly that wasn't the right call. Sometimes we do cringy things, but, you know. Okay. So, I'm going to reverse. Bumblebee, be quiet. I'm trying to try. Control. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Control.
Ah, there we go again.
Yeah. Bless you again. Control your insolence. The count is concentrating. It's okay, Jordan. I have a secret with cringe. I'm always cringe.
I give this cringe 4 more Gruffalos!
When was this? I don't remember, but at this point, I don't want to remember. It was when I first met the Needle Geeks, I think. Like, not, like, a few sessions in? I don't know. It was on PJ's channel though, but please don't go looking for it. I don't need to remember how much of a dick I was. Well, okay, I'm still a dick, but okay, let's add a dash of red to it. There we go. Jeez, Elder Scrolls music is so good for, like, simple stuff, like drawing, writing especially. Like, I always, try to squeeze Elder Scrolls music into, whenever I'm writing stuff. Which, by the way, I'm a couple chapters in, Arc 2 right now. I'm just getting to reintroducing Dora and actually introducing her as a main protagonist. Well, not, you know, the main protagonist because it's Alex, but, you know, deuteragonist. That's the word I'm looking for. Because, slight spoilers for Phantom of the Forest, but while Dora isn't going to be a main character for a while in Arc 1, she will be in it. It's just, you know, her part in the story isn't happening yet. When we meet her, she's just another cleric in her mom's church. And she tries to help Alex with a certain ritual, but yeah. Not getting into specifics. Dora has her part to play, but not in Arc 1. And that was actually one of the main things I wanted to focus a little harder on with Arc 2. Make Dora an interesting character. Yeah. Because, like, I had the blueprints, it's just I didn't have her personality down pat, but now that I'm watching Demon Slayer, it's like, you know what? I think I want her to emulate Tanjiro a little bit, because he has everything that, I think would fit Dora really well as a character. You know, he's a nice boy, but he can also be pushed, to, do some pretty violent stuff if you mess with his kids. And another thing, Alex herself barely did anything worth note in Arc 2 in hindsight. And she's supposed to be the main character, so I'm like, okay, I gotta fix this too. Although one thing I did focus on with Arc 2 is I wanted to focus more on her relationship with Savras now that her revenge quest has been fulfilled. It's like, okay, so what happens in a happily ever after setting, and what are the challenges that come about it? Because one thing I do notice in a lot of stories that tackle relationships after the first story is done is that they're either split apart or there's problems in the relationship. I wanted to make it clear that, yeah, they still love each other, but they are having problems. But I didn't want it to come to the point where it's like, okay, they hate each other, which is clearly not the case.
It's like, are these guys actually friends?
Yeah, or are they actually in love? But no,
Right.
they are. So I'm curious, how are all three of you doing? Haven't asked in a while. Good to check on your pals, you know. Yeah. Well, you know me, I'm trying to do better.
I am reminding the world why giving me editing software was a mistake.
Well, that too.
And I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Danny, I believe this was, I think this was asked during the stream before you showed up, but yeah, how about that Tengen Uzui?
Oh yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes. The guy in a polygamous relationship. Thank you,
Like,
Big Mac, for
it's like-
correcting me on that.
Yeah, that's where it's like, holy crap, like, someone that can actually pull off making a polygamous relationship actually interesting.
Yeah, not only interesting, but representing it extremely well. Because
Well, at its best, because don't get yeah, I know there are people out there that are in polygamous relationships, but the sad reality. Because, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that would be great if we had more people involved in shit. And it's like, the sad reality is there's not a lot of good functioning polygamous relationships out there. Because, unfortunately, you have a lot of people that seem to completely misinterpret what it is. And they're just they're just like, it's pretty much a free ticket to fuck whoever I want. And,
that's not at all what it is,
That's not what it is, and that's where it's like, oh, we're gonna try the open polygamous relationships, and so many of them never work because they don't know how it functions.
It's like
that's where
it's a very difficult kind of relationship to be in because you're in love with all these people and you have to love them equally and also respect them enough for them to be their own person. Which, goes for any relationship, but for polygamous ones especially.
Well, because, like, I think the whole idea behind it is, like, it's like, like, trust and communication are, like, absolutely vital, and that seems to be where, whenever you hear stories of, like, where people try to do open relationships and it ends in disaster, 9 times out of 10, that's why.
Yeah. And it doesn't even just go for polygamous relationships either, but romantic relationships in general. You don't marry someone to fuck them day and night. No, you marry them because you love everything about them. Like, not just how they are in the sack, but also how they are as people. You like hanging out with them. They're your best friend. They play Dungeons and Dragons with you, or things like that. They watch Netflix and chill. Relationships goes beyond just sex, which is something that I really want people to understand. You don't fall in love to have a permanent fuck buddy. Like, sex can be fun, and it is an exciting thing to think about, but understand that's not everything a relationship is. And if you think it's that way, then I don't know what to tell you. Get yourself checked. Cause that right there isn't love. It's basically masturbating into your partner.
Yeah,
And
Danny,
they're more than that.
Okay, anyway, Danny, question. Are you familiar with What Remains of Edith Finch? I am familiar with it. I have not played it for myself, but I am very well aware of it. Yeah, it's like, it was made by the same developer of The Unfinished Swan, and it's supposed to be connected to each other because one of the characters is he's the king from The Unfinished Swan. Like, the whole story of The Unfinished Swan, where it's like, here's this guy that he ends up getting, like, this magic paintbrush and goes into this world and, like, ends up creating, like, his own kingdom and, creates all the creatures in it. Ends up even, like, creating a wife for himself, and they're set to have a family, but then it all kind of, like, falls apart on him, and he ends up dying alone and shit, and it's like...
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like, that's The Unfinished Swan. So it's like, What Remains of Edith Finch, it's like, oh, so this is where the king came from before he got this magic paintbrush. Yeah, Unfinished Swan is at, like, oh man, yeah, I Let's Played that one for the SNG channel years ago. I think that was one of my first ones, and it's a very interesting PlayStation game.
Yeah, like, it seems PlayStation has a lot of really good games on it, which makes, it pisses me off because, my family could never afford, enough Sony products, let alone their consoles, like, especially their consoles. Because we wanted to get a PS3 for the longest time, but we just never got around to it because the prices seem to keep climbing up.
It's like, I still can't find PlayStation 5 anywhere.
Well, that goes for everyone too. And again, apologies.
And I am still not. Yeah, and I am not paying like $1,000 for a console.
Yeah, that right there is like robbery.
Yeah, that is not happening at all. Because that seems to be like, if you really want to get a PlayStation 5 really badly, like, your best chances are, like, getting it on eBay or something. And they're running for, like, $1,000. And I'm like, no.
It's like, if that is your best bet, then I'd rather skip on it.
Yeah.
And you can fuck.
Because, like, if you're not liable to get it just yet, you're never gonna get it. Not to mention the whole scalping business is what's ultimately causing problems here.
Yeah.
Well, supply chain issues leading to the scalping. It's like, it's a whole chain reaction thing, and it's just, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation 5 is as real as Silk Song.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, meaning it doesn't exist.
I mean...
It's like, Silk Song's around the... It's like, BJ keeps saying, it's like, Silk Song's around the corner. Well, it's the longest fucking corner.
It's like, okay, BJ, prove it.
Well, no. People are saying that to BJ.
Yeah, because...
Okay, BJ, prove it.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing. Like, he gets so many requests, for his Smash series and shit, and people want him to do, they want him to do stuff
Hornet.
with... Yeah, Hornet, thank you. It's like, that's how long it's been since I played Hollow Knight. But and he's like, well, I'll gladly do Hornet, but I'll wait till Silk Song comes out. And everybody keeps telling him, well, get to it soon because Silk Song's right around the corner. And BJ's response is like, well, this is the longest fucking corner. But he's like, until that game comes out, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do Hornet because, he's like, I don't want to, like, rush something, and then it's like, oh, a game comes out, and it's like, oh, shit, there's more shit that they're capable of doing, and it doesn't, like, really reflect the character well.
Right. Or you get another scenario, which is not likely to happen in another few years, maybe, but you get an alternate situation where he does do a character that's been requested, and then they get confirmed for Smash anyway, and they're like, hey, BJ, you did this wrong.
Dude.
Do it again.
Or they call him a prophet.
Yeah. Like, oh, well, I was on the spectrum of people who called him a prophet. Not those exact words, but I was like, hey, Dude, this is a sign. You need to work for Nintendo. You are good at this shit. Instead, he gets scared.
No, but Jordan, don't you know? Nintendo don't give people jobs. They give them cease and desists.
That's true. Which means that there needs to be a change in management. Because they've been doing shit like that for years. Not even just with the AM2R stuff, but just... I think it's mostly Nintendo of Japan that's so shitty to its fan base, but it's usually them that causes the problem. Because, again, they made the decision, okay, no one in America is going to like Xenoblade Chronicles. Let's just not sell it there. Let's have the Europeans get it. And then Operation Rainfall happened. Like,
yeah,
the sole reason why it was released, why they changed their minds, but it helped.
Yeah, people had to fight to get Xenoblade to come over, and now it's become a massive fucking franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's like, yeah, so I mean, like, we nearly missed out on all that.
Yeah, although, as a plus side, too, Xenoblade Chronicles as a series, now has this tradition where they often get people from the English talent pool to voice their characters. Because it was originally just localized for the PAL region and nowhere else. Other than Japan, of course. But, if it wasn't for Operation Rainfall, then English actors wouldn't be commonplace in the Xenoblade franchise. They would probably just get, like, I don't know, Yuri Lowenthal to voice Shulk, and someone else to voice Rhine, Robin Atkin Downs as, I don't know, Dunban, things like that. And it wouldn't be as fitting.
Yeah, the typical pool.
Yeah, it's like, English voice actors makes it really, really unique.
So, I do have to get going to work now.
Alright, good luck, man.
Okay.
Yep, I shall see you people later.
Yeah, later.
Alright.
And again, to move on to that, like, it takes some getting used to at first, but, for Xenoblade, it really works because of how, well, alien the worlds are. So, having a very grandiose, voice cast really fits it.
I just like hearing new voice talent.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, so I mean, it's like, you know, so it's like, to me, it's like, oh, this is new. I like this.
Yeah, not to mention, you'd be surprised if you watch a lot of BBC programs. You'd be surprised how many actors they managed to get. Like, Melia's voice actress, Jenna Coleman, not only plays Victoria in the show Victoria, you know, after Queen Victoria herself, she was also one of the Doctor's companions.
Okay.
So the talent they managed to get is really cool. Not to mention Adam Howden, who voiced Anders in the Dragon Age games. If you played those.
Yeah, I actually have not played Dragon Age.
Yeah, I know he played a character in it that was popular for a time, Anders. Contrast to how nice Shulk tends to be in the games, Adam Howden himself is kind of a troll. And he is extremely fucking vulgar. Like, it's like night and day with those two. It's like, you would never catch Shulk saying ludicrous things, and then you have Adam here going like, "It's-a me, Mario! And it's-a me, Luigi!" When referencing two legit restaurants that were across from each other.
God.
Yeah, and he's a big nerd. I might get rid of the lipstick, depending, but we're gonna see how it looks anyway. Crystal. Danny, thank you for answering my question, because I wasn't sure if you heard about that game, because I did try it out, and it was a very interesting game. Sad, but but it was still interesting.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I mean, that's like, hey, that was like half the reason why, like, I was like, because I liked, when we were actively doing a lot of the Let's Plays and stuff, I liked doing some of the more obscure stuff, just, because, like, not only just to just bring more attention to it, but, yeah, some of it's just really interesting. It was like, I loved the whole game mechanic idea behind the Unfinished Swan, and it told a really cute story, so I was like, I think I'm going to showcase that one, I was like, I had a lot of fun with that one, I had a lot of fun playing Eternal Sonata. You want to talk about an obscure as fuck RPG, but, oh man, I love that game. Like, yeah. It's like, I wish that had branched into a series. I really do.
Oh, thanks, Josh. They're liking how, Allie here is turning out.
That's good. Here's a blast from the past, Danny. B. Say, B, that was worth it. Yeah, that was the first time that I played Knight's Journey of Dreams, on the old channel before it got nuked. That's why I did it again. That's why I did it again on SMG. But I got to play Knights into Dreams as well, so we got both of those games on the channel now.
Yeah, that was long before I met you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that was why I jumped on that opportunity, like, Balan Wonderworld demo. Oh, I gotta show that on the channel. Oh god, why am I playing this? It's like, okay, fuck it, we're playing the Little Nightmares 2 demo.
Yeah, like, it didn't help that the demo for Balan was so short, but ignoring the lawsuit just for a moment, the fact it was so short and we jumped to an infinitely better game with a better demo is just like a testament to how hard Balan fell. And it also did the thing you hate, Danny. Like, all of its story was confined in, like, a promotional book or some shit.
Yeah. That's where it's like, I hate it when companies do that. Like, Square has been doing that for a while. Like, my god, like, one of the earliest examples I can recall was, like, yeah, when Final Fantasy VII Advent Children came out, they started writing novels and stuff to try to explain like, things about all the other characters and shit, and it's like, I don't mind the extra material if it doesn't, like, if it's like a fun little side thing, I'm okay with it. But it's like, when you have something where it's like, oh, you want to understand why this is the way it is, then you gotta go read something else. It's like, they're treating it like it's fucking homework. I can't stand shit like that. Like, yeah, Square is guilty of that. Like, fucking Ruby. Oh, God, I hate that Rooster Teeth adopted that with Ruby.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm trying to actively avoid, too. Where, there's a chance that we won't see every monster, in the world of Phantom of the Forest. But at the same time, I want to give them their dues, but, should there be, I don't know, a way to promote the series, like, I don't know, a monster manual, then you can add extra fluff to it, not, like, whole pieces of, important story stuff. Like, even The Witcher got that right.
Yeah. Well, because it's just, like, it's like, again, if you want to do, like, take, like, because now everyone's on Ruby. It's like, oh, I will never turn down an opportunity to rag on Ruby. But, I know, it's such a shame.
Girls deserve a better company.
Oh, I was like, yeah, I used to be a big fan of Ruby, and then, like, pretty much from, like, Volume 5 onward, it's been painful to watch the descent. Like,
yeah, it's like,
but it's like, I don't think I would mind it nearly as much if, again, the side shit wasn't, like, absolutely fucking vital. Like, I could perhaps understand doing things like, you want to, like, tell a cute little side story or something about, like, yeah, with Team Juniper or something. Cute little, like a mission, a side mission or something, and it's an opportunity to see Pyrrha in action again, see the team together again and stuff. Okay, I usually, something like that, I don't think I'd have a problem with. But the way that Rooster Teeth would do it is being like, okay, we're going to tell this side story, show off Pyrrha or something, but it turns out that side story is going to play a vital part in the next arc. So if you want to understand what John is referencing, you have to read this in order to get the full context. Fuck you!
Yeah, like, I can definitely say Star Wars is definitely doing it now, and for better or worse, okay, the stories themselves are good, but a lot of, a lot of casual fans aren't gonna get most of this. In fact, I'm pretty sure, most people, haven't even heard of Ahsoka until, like, I don't know, the LEGO Star Wars DLC with the Mandalorian, stuff, where you can actually play as Ahsoka, not for a mission, but just in general to play around with, and, people are like, okay, I've never seen Clone Wars before, but she seems cool. But it's like, yeah.
But it's like, yeah. But it's like again, like going back to Ruby, it's like, and you know what the crazy thing is it's like the shit that they do on the side, like, because the whole idea behind some of what they're doing is supposed to be like, oh, it's to help, like, build the world and shit, and yet they do nothing with it. Like, again, if we may take Volume 5, for example, like, that was the whole arc that took place in Mistral. So, in their little World of Ruby thing that they were doing, where it's like, oh, these are episodes where it's like, we're going to throw in the fucking world building in the side series and not in the main story itself. That's like massive red fucking flag.
Yeah.
But it's like, I remembered when they were talking about, like, the various kingdoms. Like, each kingdom got their own freaking episode. And they talked about, like, in detail, like, what type of, like, what's the social system, what's the economic system, the political systems. Like, they go into all of that in these episodes. Couldn't be fucked to put it in the main series, but one of the coolest things about Mistral, I thought, was the whole point was you had like your upper and your middle class and such that it's like, oh, it's all fine, but then you have like your seedy underbelly. So you had like, you kind of had like underground crime, like mafia and shit. And it's like, okay, this could be interesting because it's like, what are some of the shady things that, like, Team Ruby and all them can run into? And it's like the only reason they even came up with that whole plot point, if anything, it was just, okay, we need Cinder to meet up with Neo, and they did it through Spider Mafia. That's literally it. It contributed fucking nothing. So it's like you built this, you made this entire story, like, you made Mistral sound interesting in the fucking side content. But when it's time to go into the main story, you do nothing with the interesting shit you put in the side content.
And I know you said something about a seedy underbelly, but all I was thinking for a moment was, going back to Star Wars, Coruscant, is that you? But yeah, just from the basic idea alone, it does sound interesting. So yeah, I didn't know that going in to the volume where they brought Neo back, and it's like, what the fuck? You had like plenty of opportunities to show something really cool, and you did fuck all with it.
Yeah.
It's like, use your lore, use your world building or not at all. Like, learn from Tolkien's mistakes.
It's like, hell, since Volume 1, Atlas has been known for having, like, a really fucked up society. Because, like, it's especially apparent in Atlas. Like, when you're talking about, like, the Faunus relationships and shit, and it's like how they're seen, like, how they're subjugated, especially in Atlas. Do we get to see any of that in the main show?
No.
No. When that's, like, the biggest fucking thing about Atlas that we've known since Volume 1, and we saw none of it. Because it's not as important as trying to retcon Jacques into being the fucking Trump stand-in.
Not to mention making Weiss effectively useless, even though that she has the potential to be the most powerful member of Team RWBY.
Yes, it's like, oh, there's so much wrong that's been going on with RWBY right now. That's where it's like, I know the next volume is coming, and it's like, I don't fucking care anymore. So it's you know,
like we're getting to the point where the audience is checking out, and when that happens, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Not to mention with the hopeless nature that you've been putting into it, because, you know, there's a certain point when you're facing off against a powerful villain, and, you know, you're dredging all over the idea of, oh, there's no hope, how are they gonna get out of it? Which I know in terms, you know, mechanically speaking, in writing, things gotta get worse before they get better. But RWBY started out as a pretty fun series, all things considered, but then you throw all this in and you keep piling on, and naturally people are gonna check out. It doesn't matter if they like dark fantasy or not. Like, if it wasn't that way originally, then people are going to emotionally check out, and you lose people because of it.
Yeah.
But even for the ones who stayed, like Brian and I, it's not for the best because the writing isn't that good.
Yeah,
like,
that's
the entire last volume took place in the span of, what, 2 days?
Yeah.
That's not enough time to flesh everything out. Like, come on.
Well, and it's like, I do see where you're coming from, and yet I also kind of have to remember that, like, my favorite JoJo part takes place, like, it takes, like, a week. So
oh,
you're
like, right, it does. Okay.
Yeah, Golden Wind, like, honestly, I think takes, like, the entirety of Golden Wind takes, like, a fucking week.
Wow, it doesn't feel like that, though.
Yeah, it's like, I think that, but again, I think that's more the testament to the writing. So
yeah,
it's like,
you know what, fair enough, yeah.
Like, to your point, I do get where you're coming from. You know, I absolutely do appreciate taking the time to flesh things out, but if you're an accomplished writer, if you can pull off making, like, a journey that lasts a week and make that interesting, kudos to you.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough, yeah.
You know, but that's where it's like, yeah, but, you know, Araki does not work.
But
Araki does not work for Rooster Teeth. Otherwise, they'd be in a very different position right now if he did.
It's like...
Well, that's where, like, I think, like, did they announce that RWBY is actually getting, like, an anime
short.
Yeah. I hesitate to say, I know people are gonna bitch about me, I'm not saying, they're getting an actual legit anime, not a 3D Americanized version of anime. No, they're actually getting, like, there's a Japanese anime coming out that is based on RWBY. Like, didn't they announce that that's coming?
Yeah, specifically, I think it's, just from the trailer, I'm guessing, it specifically focuses on RWBY and Weiss's relationship, so definitely a fuel for all the White Rose fans. But it's also focusing on the early volumes again. So it's like, at this point, it's becoming RWBY's own version of Pokemon Generation 1 pandering.
Yeah, well, you know, and it's like, in a way, I can't really blame them, because people universally liked the first 3 volumes. After that is when the division starts. So it's like, yeah, if you're gonna do anything with RWBY, of course you're gonna refer to the stuff that everybody universally liked.
Yeah, like, didn't they also do a DC Comics run with RWBY a couple years back? Is it still going?
I think they did. Is it still going? Fuck if I know. But I think they did, and I think they made Batman a Faunus. Like, they actually made him a bat.
Oh yeah. They converted all the DC heroes into RWBY characters.
Yeah, I think because it's like yeah.
Which, how? Like, okay, question. If Faunuses are the, you know, real-world stand-in for, you know, prejudiced people, then how the fuck did that version of Bruce Wayne get so rich?
Yeah, it's like, how does Bruce Wayne fit in?
I mean, if he was like Terry, where, you know, he was brought in and then trained after stealing the Batsuit, then fine. I could probably digest that more, but since they made Bruce Wayne into a Faunus, I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah, I was like, they can't. Yeah, it's like they tried to do the whole racism story. They couldn't even be fucked to do that right. So it's just
like honestly, I can see all the hallmarks of what they were trying to do with the Faunus. Like, you know, prejudice and segregation and racism and lynch mobs are a horrible thing. Pogroms too, but there comes a point where what you're doing is basically coding. Which basically means, hey, does this remind you of anything? And then, again, your audience will start to check out, especially if it's not written well. Like, you gotta be careful with some of the shit that you're writing for. Because if you don't, well, you're gonna be seen as an idiot. At best. Offensive at worst.
Yeah. Let's see, Jen says, honestly, at this point, I think Ruby just needs to either just be put to rest or it needs a super heavy reboot. The story's all over the place, the background characters are got the Naruto treatment, and it's just full of plot holes and bad writing.
I think that's right.
It's like, I would say, you know, I would be opposed to it getting a heavy reboot, because again,
yeah,
there was some interesting ideas. It's just, it was in the hands of awful writers. If they could reboot that and put it in the hands of more competent writers, then it's like, I'd be willing to check it out.
Yeah, like anything to stop poor Monty from rolling in his grave.
Well, and that's the thing, because, like, I know a lot of people also like to say, like, you know, oh, well, if Monty was alive, then you know, Ruby would still be good. And it's like,
no?
Monty was an animator. He was not a writer.
Yeah,
you know,
but...
where Monty's talents came from was that because he was such a good animator that it's like, in a way, he could tell stories through just his animation.
Yeah,
I think it's like...
yeah, definitely possible.
Yeah, like, if you watch, I believe it's like, Twins Inc. and Judgmental Critter. The two of them, they do a lot of Ruby content, and some of the things that they've actually broken down have been fight scenes. And they broke down, like, I believe it was, like, the fight scene in Volume 2, I think it was, when, they were in the train. So you had, like, Yeah, so, and, like, they were all together in the train, and as they're going up in the cars, they're all breaking off one by one to go into their own individual fights. And it's like, I don't remember if this was Twins Inc. that broke this down, or if it was Judgmental Critter. I want to say it's Judgmental Critter. I'll have to double check that. But she was breaking it down and was showing, like, okay, like, breaking down the choreography, breaking down, like, these are what the fighters are doing, how they carry themselves, and it's like, you know, yeah, basically highlighting how, with, like, minimal words, just with action, you can infer so much. And that was where Monty's talents really shined. But, you know, but I think he even admitted himself that he's like, yeah, he tells his stories through animations and shit, but when it comes to things like dialogue and moving the plot from point A to point B, he's like, that's not for me. So that was why he went to the guys over at Rooster Teeth to, you know, basically write the story for him, and not exactly a good choice.
Yeah,
so it's like, so that's where it's like, yeah, if they can, so yeah, it's like, I think Ruby absolutely does have potential if it's in the hands of competent writers.
Yeah, right.
I would like to say anybody would be better than, you know, what's going on right now, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't want to jinx myself, because every time you think, oh, it can't possibly get worse, it always gets worse.
Yeah, and it's like, if it looks bad, it's usually worse. But okay, if I can throw some chips in the hat here, Metroid as a series, I know, different mediums, but hear me out. Metroid as a series thrives on environmental storytelling. Well, more so the 2D side-scroller games and whenever you scan everything in the Prime series. But the main series always thrives on environmental storytelling, where if you pay attention to your surroundings as you play, then you can get a bit of a narrative going on. And you can also infer, like, even Samus's characteristics from, just, everything going on in the environment. One of the biggest examples, well, more especially, is in Metroid Dread, where, which, again, I think Samus is at her best characterization in the entire series in that game, but if you go face the boss, Corpius, in Artaria, before you get the Phantom Cloak, Samus enters the room looking up at this giant Chozo statue, and it hangs on it for a while, and you see Samus looking up at it going like, okay, something's supposed to be here, but it's not anymore. What's going on? And then she turns around, Corpius is standing there, coming out of invisibility, and, the fight starts. And then you see her, processing this information, going like, okay, so that's where it went. It somehow absorbed it. Okay, time to kill it so I can get it back. And after that boss-ass moment where she just prowls around Corpius as it's, like, going into its death throes, and then just raises her arm cannon to take the final shot before she does the superhero landing, she looks at the tail, picks it up gently, and then absorbs the power. And that right there, to break it down, tells you a few things. Samus is analytical. She's fucking good at her job to the point where she can, like, kill something without even batting an eye anymore. She's been at it for so long. And she's also very careful and methodical. And that tells you so much without any word of dialogue. Although in the same game, they also, did something really, really amazing, even if it is an info dump, where you finally meet a Chozo. And, not only that, but, Samus talks for the first time in the mainline series. And not only that, but she says it in, her secondary birth language, the Chozo language. It's like, it's an amazing scene that's done just as well, in scenes without dialogue. Like, it's incredible what they were able to get away with the Metroid series. And again, in, even, Samus Returns on the Game Boy, on the, old Game Boy Color, where, we all know the baby Metroid, right?
Yeah, the baby.
Yeah, the baby. But
the fucking baby.
Yeah. Even though Metroid on the other end fucked it up, even in that game is on a limited system as the Game Boy Color. Compared to all the other Metroids, Samus didn't kill the baby. Like, she couldn't bring herself to do it. Like, it's better emphasized in Samus Returns on the 3DS, the remake, where she was actually about to kill it, but then it hangs on her POV shot and then onto her body language, where it's like, you're getting the idea that she's thinking, wait a minute, if I do this, I'll be no better than Ridley because he killed my family too when I was just a kid. I'd be no better than him, so I'm gonna spare this kid's life. Fuck the mission. And, that kicks off all the events of Super Metroid. But, yeah. That right there shows that Samus is, well, nicer than she lets on.
Right. And that's where it's like, yeah, going, like, to Other M, it's like, I know we all meme about the baby. We're memeing about it right now, the baby.
The baby.
And it's like, again, it's like, I think if this was better written, I think I got what they were trying to do was, because she witnessed firsthand that, you know, is the baby sacrificing itself to protect her, so it's like, of course, she's gonna be, you know, you're not gonna walk away from that, okay?
No.
So I get the idea behind it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think that would automatically make her a freaking wuss.
No,
I
because
don't
that goes against everything in Samus's character. She's not a wuss.
Yeah, that's where it's like, I don't think, you know, like, would she walk up? Yeah, it's like, you know, like, would that shock her? Absolutely. Would that upset her? Absolutely. But it's like, she comes across more as the kind of character to be like, you know, I am going to fight in memory of the baby, rather than, oh my god, the baby, what about the baby?
Like, it also doesn't help that Samus herself is so inconsequential in her own game, because you can just take Samus out of the story and it would affect nothing. That's how bad it is. Not to mention, it tried to do everything that the Metroid Zero Mission manga did, but failing to do, because it's not a prequel. It's a mainline game, unfortunately. One that I will never stream, mind you. But it basically rehashes that story in a really, really bad light, and it makes Samus look more incompetent than she's supposed to be. Like, this is the same woman who, you know, fought, you know, giant space pirates like Kraid. She has fought Ridley countless times before and never suffered a panic attack. And she's also the same woman who, is capable of performing such feats like, you know, the Shine Spark and the Morph Ball and, you know, that, you know, amazing thing she does in Metroid Dread that I won't spoil because, I know the game's been out for a while, but, Samus does something fucking crazy in the finale, and, it's like, oh my god, I love this character. So, yeah, Other M has been, bashed, beaten several times, that even Yoshio Sakamoto doesn't like it anymore, and that was his baby for a while.
Yeah, I've said it before, I will say it again, regardless of Metroid Other M, the best thing that came out of it was Baby Ridley.
Yeah.
That was
their own.
It's like, yeah, that's where it's like, that adorable little cotton ball that's like a spawn of Satan. It's like, I don't know why, I love that little fucker.
Yeah, well, apparently that's, Ridley's people's life cycle. Although it wouldn't surprise me with how evil he is that he killed his own race, you know, Lobo style.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, like, you see that, like, badass space pirate when he's a baby, he's like what we think of when we think of Furbies.
Yeah, that's basically what Ridley starts out as, he's a Furby.
He's literally he is a demonic Furby.
Yeah, like, he's, as a baby, he's a Furby. As, an adolescent, he is basically a wingless, furry version of himself. And, well, we all know what he looks like as an adult.
Yeah, but that's where it's like, yeah, Baby Ridley is like, oh, he's so precious, and then he grows up.
Yeah. Although I do like how, okay, they acknowledge Other M, but they do it in a quiet way. Actually, if you beat the game on hard mode on, like, a certain time frame, you actually do get a picture of Other M, and it's during the Ridley sequence, but Samus isn't panicking in it. She's just, like, staring down at him like a badass, as she should. So, yeah, they're still acknowledging Other M, it's just they're doing it quietly. You know, sort of, like, letting it peter out and telling you, okay, well, this happened. Anyway.
Okay, so, okay, so some people are saying, like, I think, like, Jen. Yeah, so, Jen, you just Google, like, Metroid Other M Baby Ridley,
you know
and
what?
you will see. You will see. I mean, he looks like he's like this adorable little fluff ball, and then he opens his mouth, and you see he's got, like, fangs and shit. He's like a fucking Furby. He's a fucking space Furby.
Yeah, on that note, Danny, let's nip it in the bud. Let's find some cutscenes of Baby Ridley. Just gotta...
Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, let's look, let's see.
Yeah,
Metroid Other M, Baby Ridley.
Oh, you're gonna get it from me? Thanks.
I will look for it.
Yeah, okay, cause I'll need to make a screen for it. Yeah, so the music's paused for a little bit. Yeah, that form is called Little Birdie, but it's like, we know who it is. Add source, and then go...
Okay, yeah, let me just make sure I'm finding the right clip.
Yeah. I was literally about to say, the baby form at least, but then I realized what I was about to say, okay. So I stopped myself.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
God, I'm sweating like a pig. Ugh. Sucks.
Okay. Alright, I am sending the link, your way.
Okay.
And I at least time stamped it to where, oh, okay, this is where he shows up.
Okay. Ad, you better not play. An ad better not play here. Okay, so give it a second while it loads. Stream is gonna hitch a bit, but that's fine. Okay. Showing it off now. Yep, there he is. That's Ridley.
Yep. You know, that's where it's like this. It's like, I don't care what anyone says. This is the one good thing to have come out of Other M, was the Baby Ridley.
Can I also say that I don't like how prominent Samus's, you know, facial profile here is? No, well, not just because she looks like a Barbie doll again, but also her ears bother me, and you can see it with her big-ass visor. Like, the suit design itself is fine, it's just... it definitely looks weird on her. Okay, resume. Oh, hey, a Spiffy Needle Geek video is recommended. You have excellent taste. Also, the child. Ugh. Okay, hang on. Let's continue shading Allie here, which... Weird enough, we're almost done with Allie, so that's gonna bring me back to two filled slots. One of them I will say is another character design. Well, they both are, but I won't say what one of them is because it relates to the Ravnica campaign, and I don't want to spoil anyone here.
Oh no.
Which, again, I'm excited to be a player again. Like, you have no idea. Like, I've been DMing for you guys for so long, and it's like, I don't mind doing it, but I know I'm not perfect at the job, and that kind of does bog me down a little bit, because it's like, if I can run it perfectly for you guys without, you know, messing up or waiting for Boone to correct me on something for it, then it's like, yeah, I'd feel a lot better about it. But
yeah, it's like you need a break every now and again.
Yeah, I can definitely say I'm a better storyteller and a role player than I am everything else. I mean, getting better running combat at least, but that's because, well, I was introduced to decision trees.
Well, this is where I'm hoping that I'm hoping to do like kind of like what we did before when we were starting Curse of Strahd, like the week before the campaign. Like, I grabbed you and we talked a little bit about what Curse of Strahd is, like the basic story, what the world of Barovia was going to be like or something, because I do think, like, for the second campaign, because Ravnica is its own beast, I would like to do something like that again. Like, hopefully I can grab Boone. Like, the week
getting
before.
Boone is a must, because he knows about Ravnica more than any of us here do.
Yeah, so it's like, because you were the DM and stuff, like, you know, that's why I grabbed you, but since he's gonna be the DM for that one, it's like, yeah, let me grab Boone, and, like, you know, the two of us will stream and have him try and at least explain a little bit about the world of Ravnica and what his campaign's gonna detail a little bit, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, going back to Other M for a second, Crystal, you are totally right. Anthony is the best part of Other M by a mile. Even in a game like Other M, he is easily the best character in it. I love him. He's the member of Adam's team, the black guy, the one who goes, "Remember me?" Like he's he's a genuinely friendly dude, and one of the people in Samus's life who didn't die on her. Like, he survives at the end of the story, and thank God for that, because Anthony is a treasure.
Yeah, Jen says, seriously, Danny, the baby Ridley reminds me of a baby bearded vulture.
Yeah, baby bearded vulture, but without arms, so...
Yeah, so not quite baby Ark.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, nothing can come close to baby Ark at this point, I think. Okay, let's see here. Okay, haven't done anything for the shirt yet. Sorry, Allie, for zooming in on your boobs. And for some reason, I just reminded myself of something. Have any of you guys... Well, I'm sure you've heard of it, but... Have you guys heard about the SpongeBob SquarePants movie reanimated project?
I've been seeing something floating around didn't they like reanimate it, but it got taken down or something?
Yeah, immediately as it came out, but they managed to get it back up on YouTube, and I actually saw it before bed a couple nights ago, and yeah, it was really good. It's definitely inconsistent because of all the animators that were a part of it, but it was a fun, lovingly crafted project. Really funny in some places too.
See, I like watching like reanimated stuff, even if it's like, oh, we're gonna like reanimate something, like even if it's something not good. Just the fact that, you get to see all these different art styles and such. Like,
exactly.
I think that's cool. Like, I honestly, like, I'm a big fan. I'm a fan of Bob's Burgers. I love that. I love that show. Can't wait for the movie to come out. Definitely going to see that in theaters. But, they actually did an episode where they somehow got a hold of a bunch of fan artists and actually gave them like segments of an episode to animate. So the entire episode, it's like a reanimated project almost. It's like every 2 minutes it switches over to a different art style. So like how the hell they found these animators, like all these like fan artists and shit to contribute. It's like I don't know how they did it, but it's like I would love to see them do something like that again.
Yeah, like, that, especially when you get in touch with the fan base, is a really cool thing, to do. But yeah, which, honestly, made me mad when, the project was taken down in the first place, because it was a harmless fan project. Like, not to mention, they, didn't make any money off of it. It was a non-profit fan project that, basically redid the entire movie, but with, different art styles. And, like, because they liked it, and they wanted to pay tribute to it. So you're not losing any... It's not like you're losing any money off of it. Plus, it's a harmless... I know I'm talking in circles here, but it's to, really hammer in... it's a fan project. It's not going to hurt you. Financially. Mm-hmm. Like, granted, I can't, name any of the animators off the top of my head, but I can tell that every single one of them has put their heart and soul into it, and again, it was non-profit, so it was all in good fun, and because they, wanted to honor Steven Spielberg's, legacy. And I think it was going on for, what, 2-3 years?
Has it been?
I think so. I remember in The Amazing World of Gumball, they actually got a Japanese animation studio to animate one of their episodes. Wow.
I know a few people are trying to reanimate the second Sailor Moon movie, the one where Luna is in love with an astronaut who is ill and the villain is Snow Kaguya. I remember that movie.
Huh.
Yeah. Like, fun fact, Sailor Moon was actually the first anime I saw subtitles for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because like I remembered back in the day, like, oh, I think it was a Suncoast or something. Like we had a Suncoast in the mall, and they had like a big anime section, and I see, ooh, Sailor Moon movies. Okay, I didn't, and I just I'm just blindly grabbing, the Sailor Moon VHSs.
Oh, impulse buy.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, there's actually Sailor Moon movies. I didn't know this. Okay, bye. Little did I realize what I had picked up was the Sailor Moon movies subtitled. Because at that point I only knew Sailor Moon by what was dubbed and shown on TV. So yeah, that was actually my first anime that I saw, like, Japanese version with subtitles. It was Sailor Moon movies.
All right, that's cool.
Let me see DMs.
Josh,
yeah. Damn it, maniac.
Okay. Josh, is a simple red background okay for this? That movie was based on an actual manga short. Huh. Is Josh still here? Okay, I think he might be on BRB, which sucks because I think we're very nearly done with Allie here. Yeah, if you can do that, Jen, thank you.
Yeah, so it's like, so Mr. Maniac just sent me a picture, like, so, Baby Ark plus Among Us equals Baby Ridley.
What the fuck? Hang on, let me see this shit.
He just posted it in the memes chat.
Uh-huh, and I'm gonna put it on the stream too. Hang on. I'm gonna show this, guys. Alright, give me a sec. Why did I make this? I don't know. Why did you? Sorry, bugged out on me. Okay. Go here. Go there. If it makes you feel better, I hated it. I hated every second of making it. Okay, here it is. You know what? I think it potentially can fit in... Okay, it kind of fits in my layout.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah.
Accurate question mark? Oh, wait a minute.
So Baby Ark plus Imposter. Because it's like, yeah, because Baby Ridley really got chicken legs.
And then it thinks, chicken legs.
Yeah, and then yeah, and Ark is like, I got chunky baby legs.
Okay, so, one thing I can say immediately, I'm gonna bump... Oh my god, my laptop is hot! Oh wait, it's not moving the right... Okay, hang on. Better idea. There we go. Yeah, but, today and yesterday have been so hot that... Okay, my laptop is hot to the touch, so I should definitely stop soon. Oof. Okay, Josh, you're here. Great. Welcome back. Okay, question. Is a simple red tinted background okay? I just wanted to get your opinion on it before we call this done. Yes, more than okay. Okay, she's done. Okay, let's save. And then I'm going to send this over to Josh. Okay. Screen went black, but we're fine. Oh, yeah, Josh. Mr. Maniac made a thing. Thank you for the hard work again. Yeah, anytime. Anytime. I guess we can show this off again. What did you miss? This. This. Baby Ark plus Amogus equals Little Birdie. No. Also, I just finished the Sailor Moon manga I read, and yeah, when the Cosmos movie come out, I will cry. Ridley is sus. I was about to say you were sus, but then that would just be a mean thing to say. Okay. Hang on. Did I save a PNG version of this? I was so distracted by the yeah. I was so distracted by the yeah. And okay. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to send this over to Josh, and I will hang on, let's show off the Kira redesign, what we've got so far. So I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to keep working on the other commissions. So we're going to pick this up again tomorrow, possibly with the, with Kira again, and another, commission that I've been working on, that I am going to start working on, rather. And, come Friday, I am thinking of a game, but to give you guys a hint, I'm not looking forward to it. So, yeah. See you guys then.
Alrighty, see ya.